Hello and welcome to beautiful downtown Gadsden. I'm Jay Holland for our Veterans Day Parade for 2024. We're here in downtown Gadsden at the corner of 5th and Broad, kind of a famous corner here in downtown, right across the street from the Mary Hardin Center. We have our Veterans Parade sponsored, of course, by the city of Gadsden and saluting our veterans who have served, and we have many outstanding veterans from Gadsden and Etowah County, including our Medal of Honor winner, the late Colonel Ola Lee Mize, who will be featured in the parade today. Thank you for joining us, and welcome to the 2024 Gadsden Veterans Day Parade. We'll get started now. One day after an election day, everybody's feeling patriotic, and we have a couple of motorcycle units from the Sheriff's Department now coming by, and now our first entry for the 2024 Gadsden Veterans Day Parade is the colors from Gadsden City High School Junior ROTC. Good looking group. I was a ROTC member at JSU back in the day, and it was a great fun, a great time, a great thing to do. We learned a lot. So I'm glad to see these young kids getting out there and getting involved in the military early on. Now our City of Gadsden Fire and Honor Guard being led up by one of our fine Gadsden fire units from the city of Gadsden. Very nice. As a member of the City of Gadsden Civil Service Board, I'm especially proud of our firemen and all of their great equipment. And coming up is our Honor Guard. We just had that, and then our Grand Marshal, Colonel Robert Griggs, is an active duty Army officer who serves as the Chief of Staff for the Alabama Army National Guard and the Joint Force Headquarters in Montgomery. He is also currently serving as the Garrison Commander, Fort McClellan Training Center in Anniston. Colonel Griggs has 34 years of enlisted and commissioned officer experience in the Army and Army National Guard. He has served in many units throughout his career, including Signal, Field Artillery, Maintenance, Quartermaster, Special Forces, and Logistics. He has a master's degree in organizational leadership and a master's degree in strategic studies from the United States Army War College. He is a resident of Rainbow City, Alabama, and he and his wife Tracy live there with their 3 children, Jackson, Tanner, and Lucy Bryn. Up next, the Etowah County Sheriff's Office. And Colonel Griggs, of course, we thank him for his service. The Sheriff's Office, of course, led by Sheriff Jonathan Horton, an integral part of law enforcement in Northeast Alabama, not just here in Etowah County and Gadsden, but Sheriff Horton leads a great organization of dedicated law enforcement agents, and we appreciate Sheriff Jonathan Horton and his committed and very effective deputies. Now we have our first band. It's the Gadsden Middle School Band. I'd like to say Bravo Zulu to all of our veterans. We thank you for all that you have done for us. And they're playing the Grand Old Flag. By the way, I'd like to say thanks to Mayor Craig Ford and the City of Gadsden. And they want to thank all of the veterans for their service. Gadsden Middle School Band. I always think of Jimmy Cagney when I hear that song, don't you? I don't know, maybe I'm old enough to know who Jimmy Cagney was, I don't know. But nevertheless, the Grand Ole Flag is a wonderful song. We just don't hear it often enough. So I'm happy that the Gadsden Middle School Band decided to play that one for us. All right, up next we have VFW 21 or 2760 wants to say thank you to the veterans. So thank you all veterans. I love the Western Flyer rocket resembling a Western Flyer wagon. That's awesome. Now we have the Emma Sansom Middle School Band playing My Country 'Tis of Thee. Awesome. Now we have Kerrigan Edwards. She's the Miss 2024 North Alabama. She's also Miss Lake Martin, Miss Coosa River Queen, Miss Gadsden Supreme, and will compete for the Miss Etowah County on November 10th. Kerrigan started competing in pageants when she was 4 months old. What a girl. And a pretty one at that. Up next, our Gadsden State Community College Veterans Upward Bound. Veterans Upward Bound is a pre-college program at Gadsden State. It is a trio program founded 100% by grants from the U.S. Department of Education, designed to motivate and assist veterans in developing academic and other requisite skills necessary to successfully enroll and compete in a post-secondary education program. Now we have units of the Litchfield Middle Band playing The Army Goes Rolling Along. Now on the military vehicle right behind the band is one of our fine veterans. His name is Leonard Easter. On that military truck. He's throwing candy at us here. All right. Thanks, guys, for your service. All right, our Youth Leadership Development Group is next. Now this is Glencoe. Looks to me like the Glencoe Middle School Band. Dressed in their familiar black and gold. Some more military units look like to be Army units, four-wheel drive vehicles for getting places that they gotta be. Look at all those lug nuts on those tires. Wow. That's heavy duty right there. Another military vehicle with some interesting shielding on the top. Appreciate their service. We've got a variety of folks in this thing, and that trailer there says, "Thank you, veterans, honoring all who served." That's really, really good stuff there. Now, we've got a little break in the action here, and I did want to go back in the script and acknowledge some folks, even though we may not be in the correct order. Veterans Upward Bound is a pre-college program at Gadsden State. Yep, 100% funded from grants from the Department of Education. Get the skills necessary to enroll and compete in a post-secondary education program. Then we had the Litchfield Middle Band playing The Army Goes Rolling Along. Then the Youth Leadership Development Chapter was supposed to be in line, a state-funded chapter development organization that focuses on its 3 pillars: faith, character, and patriotism. The Gadsden chapter is in attendance competing with a walk of warriors to raise money for Vietnam War Memorial, and so far the organization has raised just under $70,000. The students leading the Gadsden chapter are designated as the Sergeant Robert Miller Special Ops Group, honoring the great American hero and Medal of Honor recipient Sergeant Robert Miller, meaning they raised over $200 for the Walk of Warriors. We had the Junior Army ROTC from Gadsden City High School in the Army. And then, of course, as I mentioned, we had the Glencoe High School Marching Band playing the Army song. Then a group support battalion, that's probably the 2 heavy vehicles of the 20th Special Forces Group, Airborne. And then the Gadsden State Community College Junior ROTC Marines. And a group of girls here waving and walking and having a great time, as we've had a little bit of a rain shower here, but it's now the sun's trying to come out and clear off a little bit. The next high school band we see coming down the road, this beautiful Broad Street, should be the Etowah High School Marching Band playing the Marine Hymn. Now this is Southside. The Pride from Southside, Alabama is coming down. Somehow our script has gotten out of order, and it's hard for me to read and commentate at the same time sometimes. So, but anyway, this is one of the best bands around. They're always in Mid-South or various other competitions. The Pride of Southside. Very impressive. The Pride of Southside. We'd like to thank Inhabit Home Health for being a part of the parade, a better way of caring at home for your loved ones. Also, Lawn and Garden with Zach LLC. Lawn and Gardening with Zach is a U.S. Navy veteran-owned company. We'd like to thank the Gadsden City High School Junior ROTC Navy Group. Now we have our men in blue with our Southside Police Department and Animal Control. More Southside Police Department SUV and units there. Or no, that's the Gadsden Police Department there. And some guys carrying flags. They are looking good and patriotic out there. There's a whole lot of them. It looks to be the Gadsden High baseball team, perhaps Gadsden City High baseball team. And we have a group of girls now. It looks like to be a softball team. Can't read the lettering on the jerseys. But wow, what a great parade. And we have a lot of entries, over 40 of them as a matter of fact. Here's the Gadsden City High School Marching Band from down in South Gadsden, Alabama, off South 11th Street. Big band, looked great with the majorettes. And, of course, all the musical instruments and their fluffy hats. Very militaristic. Gadsden City High School Titan Marching Band. Love the lightning bolt coming down through their uniforms. And the cheerleaders, of course, following up the band. Would also like to thank the Gadsden City High School Junior ROTC Air Force. The Gadsden City High School Marching Band played the Air Force hymn. The Etowah Food Bank is also participating, so our thanks to them. Here's Gadsden State Police that was recently formed like a year or so ago, driving through with their pickup through the 5th and Broad intersection. And a group of Gadsden State Community College students, I'm sure, supporting the police department. Would like to thank American Heritage Girls, the Girls Troop 226. Gadsden State Police and Public Safety was established in July 2023. Well, it's been a little longer than I thought. But time flies when you're having fun, right? So thanks to the Gadsden Community College Police Department. All right, we'd like to also thank the Gadsden City High School Junior ROTC Space Force. Gadsden High School Band came through playing the Space Force hymn. They're coming through right now. The Bulldog Marching Band. And I got to be honest with you, I've not heard the Space Force theme yet. Have you? I mean, they just formed the Space Force in Trump's first administration about 5 years ago. So I'd be interested to hear the Space Force theme from the Gadsden Bulldoggy High School Marching Band. Very good. We have the Coosa Valley chapter of the Military Officers Association of America in the parade today. And hopefully they're right behind the Gadsden High School Marching Band. I think that's probably them in the silver pickup. They're throwing candy at us. A lot of festivities and fun and a great crowd here today in a somewhat moist Wednesday following Election Day. Veterans Day parade here in the beautiful downtown city of Gadsden. I'm Jay Holland, your master of ceremonies and host, and I'd like to thank the Coosa Valley chapter of the Military Officers Association again and thank them for their service. Also, we have the Amedisys Hospice of Rainbow City in the parade, proud to be a part of We Honor Veterans program. The Sardis High School Marching Band is going by us here at the intersection of 5th and Broad. And we had the Gadsden City High School Junior ROTC Coast Guard coming through. Also, King Kong Food, the King Kong Food Truck, honoring the late Lieutenant Carl Harrison. Daddy Harrison was my hero, the King Kong food truck people, right? We are all honoring veterans, and thank you for your service. And I'd like to mention Colonel Harrison, too. I've known Colonel Harrison for over 25, maybe close to 30 years now. And he would always lead up the ROTC units at Gadsden High or wherever he may be. He was involved with kids, and he believed in kids, and he would help you any way he could. And I miss Colonel Harrison. There's a Ford T-Bird saluting Colonel Ola Lee Mize, and I am real proud of that. Sam Boswell Honda proudly honors and thanks all veterans and their families at the Gadsden Veterans Day Parade. We are forever grateful for your service, sacrifice, and dedication to our great nation. We'd also like to thank Joel Haney, a retired veteran who is honoring the late Medal of Honor recipient Colonel Ola Lee Mize in that Ford T-Bird. Colonel Mize was also another guy I really miss, a stern disciplinarian and a staunch advocate for this community. Colonel Ola Lee Mize won the Medal of Honor from Etowah County, the only one to do so. All right, the GEI Automotive and Tire car with the little tire flags on it was kind of cool. And we'd like to thank the American Legion Post 71 in Attala. Please stop by 201 Griffin Street, Southeast Attala, exit 183. And thank you to all of our veterans. And finally, our last entry of the 2024 Gadsden City Veterans Day Parade is the Hoax Bluff High School Eagle Marching Band playing Stars and Stripes Forever. Flag girls waving their flags, dressed in their green and black. Hoax Bluff, the home of Bobby Junkins, the legendary probate judge of Etowah County, and the former Sheriff James Hayes, two stalwart community leaders in Etowah County for many years. All right, a couple of units on horseback there. I don't know if they're riding with the sheriff's office or not. I don't believe so, but the sheriff's office does have a mounted unit. I have been your host, Jay Holland. It's been my honor to narrate as best I could